Hey Aquarius, we're going to be doing a reading, so we're going to get right into it and see what goes on. Aquarius, this is a little bit of a different spread, and the next one we are going to be doing like a love relationship spread. So, all right, let's see what's going on, Aquarius. Aquarius. All right. Ooh, the Queen of Swords is at the bottom. This is at the bottom for another sign. All right, so you guys have the Three of Wands. This is showing up as the problem. All right, this kind of feels like you're either feeling like you've waited for a really long time for something, or maybe you're feeling like, well, I don't know, should I just keep friggin' waiting here, or should I push forward on something? That kind of stuff. Okay, I understand that. I also wonder if there's maybe something that maybe expanded possibly too quickly. Okay, that kind of stuff that could also be showing up as a possible issue. That's weird. I'm getting somebody's birth date, like DOB, okay, date of birth. That is showing up as a problem. That's only a problem if you, okay. I don't know, maybe that's showing up as a problem of some sort, okay? But I mean, I mainly understand this as being like, I'm waiting for this thing. Shouldn't it be here yet? Shouldn't it be here? That kind of stuff. Or there's maybe something you're just friggin' anticipating about, that kind of stuff. And that could be showing up as a problem, because here's the thing. Sometimes if you're anticipating something, you're like, okay, I'm waiting. For whatever reason, and I know it doesn't happen to everybody, good for you that it doesn't happen. If this doesn't happen to you, you're a lucky person, okay? But for a lot of people, that friggin' derails your day, man. Like, if you have something like that, you're like, okay, this thing is happening. Sometimes it's like hard to friggin' do anything because you're like anticipating like something that you have to do. You know what I'm trying to say? That kind of stuff, right? So that might be showing up as a possible issue. For the lie here, you guys have the Six of Wands. Maybe you're feeling like you're unworthy of like attention or something about that, okay? Everybody is worthy of having attention and being like maybe recognized for something, known for something, that kind of stuff, okay? That could certainly be part of whatever this is, all right? All right. Okay. What the heck? Six of Wands for the lie. I'm getting it being like, oh, like you won. Just kidding. No, you didn't. And that's showing up as like a possible lie. I would see why that would be a problem, because maybe it's like, okay, well, I was waiting for that, and I thought I was like that thing was gonna show up, or I don't know, something like that. Okay. All right. Let's see. You also maybe are one of those people, Aquarius, where it's like, okay, yes, I do want attention on me, but it might also be like, you might feel like almost like, again, like I'm undeserving of attention or something about that, okay? God, I understand that, Aquarius. Okay, so that might be something here. All right. I'm also getting like on your high horse, okay, with this. So, all right, you guys have, for the truth, you guys have the Queen of Wands. So I guess the truth is that you're a friggin' baddie, okay? Queen of Wands is definitely like a very attractive energy, okay? That kind of stuff. That seems to be showing up as the truth. So again, maybe you're like, why am I getting attention, or whatever the heck it is, that kind of stuff. And maybe it's like, well, it's because you are worth attention. You have something about your personality, or like the way that you walk into the room, you captivate attention, that kind of stuff, okay? That's showing up as the truth. So you don't need to be lying to yourself in the sense of like, oh, I don't need to, I'm not worthy of attention, or I'm not worthy of like winning something, or being like victorious, or that kind of stuff, or even having somebody friggin' cheer you on, okay? We all deserve having people who support us and cheer us on, even if we don't feel like we deserve it. Yeah, we do, because we're all human, and that's what it is, okay? So that could be something here. So all right, I'm also wondering if the lie is that somebody's like, oh, they were at this thing, or they showed up to this thing, and maybe it's like, no, you didn't show up to this thing. I don't know, the stunt double went instead, or something like that, okay? All right, so for the solution, you guys have the Two of Wands here. All right, Two of Wands, and for the solution, the problem being the Three of Wands. So I think that this is like, all right, just take that first step. It's like, you know, if you've been waiting for something for friggin' forever, or like there's a level of like anticipation, I think maybe the solution here is maybe to start like planning, or making like I don't know, some type of plan, or making a friggin' list of something about that, so that it's like you're not feeling like you're just like you know, almost in like freaking in like a hanged man energy, okay, with this Three of Wands, all right, that kind of stuff. So, all right, okay, also your entire reading is fire, okay, so I don't know, maybe you're dealing with a fire sign, or this is just like a lot of movement, a lot of, like passion, that kind of stuff, or like desire, something here, okay, so let's see, all right, let's see, Aquarius, got a lot of wands. All right. Let's see. Aquarius. I was going to say there's a 9 that's like not here. There's something about a 9, not like there's a 9 unaccounted for. Okay. And then the 9 of Swords fell here. So yes. Okay, so you have the Three of Wands and you have it with the 9 of Swords. Yep, just friggin' stressed out, anxious, repeating the same thought over and over, the same thing over and over, because it's like, I'm waiting for this thing, that kind of stuff. Feel like it is stressing you out, that kind of situation. Or maybe this is something that you are waiting for over and over again, okay, that kind of thing. It's like, you know, should I make the first move, or should I just kind of like should I just wait to see what happens? It almost feels like, okay, you can either take charge on something or just let something kind of just like frickin' happen, you know. That's kind of what I'm feeling is showing up as the problem. You guys have the Six of Wands and you have it with the Five of Swords. This is showing up for the lie. I wonder if you're feeling like if you show up to something, there's going to be a frickin' disagreement or a debacle of some sort. Is that a word, debacle? I don't know. I think so. Okay. There might be something about that showing up here. Okay. Maybe you're even feeling like the only way to win something is to like fight dirty, or the only way to win something is to like, I don't know, is to react in a certain way or to not react in a certain way. Okay. That kind of stuff. I'm also getting something about being like, okay, like you have to get the last word in, or something about that. Okay. There might be something where it's like, you don't even have to, you don't even have to worry about that, or you don't have to like bother about that, you know, that kind of stuff. I'm getting like binary code, like 1 2 1 2 1 2 2 1. Like, is that it, or is that ones and zeros? I don't know. I'm not a computer, but I don't know. I'm getting something about that. Maybe it's like number patterns. I don't know. I'm not sure. Something like that. All right. It feels like you're feeling like in order to like be, it's like the only way to win here is to play dirty. That's what I'm feeling like, is like the lie. Okay. That kind of stuff. Maybe you're feeling like somebody else is doing that to you and you're like, I'm going to retaliate, or that kind of stuff. Okay. That could be it. All right. So let's see. All right, you guys have the Queen of Wands and you have it with the Eight of Wands, and this is showing up as a truth. So yeah, this is, again, I mean, Eight of Wands, I always get that as like a pretty friggin' honest energy. So I feel like the truth here is needing to maybe be confident, that kind of stuff, and like kind of stand up and say exactly what the heck it is that you want, or being extremely maybe direct, that type of situation. Okay, that could also be something that's like, well, that is the truth. All right. You know what I'm also under? This is very random, but I'm understanding this as like wanting to solve something, okay? Wanting to win at something, that kind of thing. Okay, Queen of Wands and the Eight of Wands. I'm understanding this as like the truth is like, yes, but I have to look at the algorithm. I must look at the notes. I have to look at the something like that, okay? That kind of situation. I understand that as like being the truth of that, okay? So this is a weird example. So not to brag, but I can freaking solve a Rubik's Cube, guys, okay? I used to have the algorithm totally memorized, used to time myself and everything. I don't have the algorithm memorized anymore because I just don't, but I do have it written down. That's what I'm picking up on this. It's like, no, I can do it. I just have to like reread the notes, or it's like, oh, I know how to like bake this cake. I do it all the time. I could do it, you know, without even thinking, but it's like, I haven't made it in so long. I have to actually, now I got to follow the recipe. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. So I'm understanding that as being like, well, that's the truth. Okay. And I'll also say something here. I feel like the truth is that I think you're extremely attractive. And I also think that your energy is, almost like contagious, or you know what I'm saying, that kind of stuff. There's something about you that it's like, I don't know, you're the truth is that I think you're feeling, I think, more comfortable being in your own skin, that kind of stuff, and just showing up as like who the heck you are, that type of situation, as opposed to maybe feeling like, oh, but like I can only show up if I like, you know, go through like a million, I don't know, hoops of fire to get through it, or whatever the heck is going on, you know, that kind of stuff. All right, let's see. So you also maybe are dealing with somebody who's a little bit intimidating, okay? That could also be it. It could be that the truth here is that maybe somebody has said something that maybe made you feel not so wonderful about something here, okay? That could be part of whatever it is here. That could definitely be like the truth, all right? And if that's the case, I wonder if maybe somebody just said something to get a reaction out of you. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. Or it was like, oh, I know that that's the thing that's going to hurt your feelings. I'm going to go for that. You know what I'm saying? Like a low blow type of situation. All right, Aquarius. Let's see. So you guys have the Two of Wands. You have it with the Queen of Cups. This is showing up as a solution here. I feel like there's something about planning something to kind of like, I want to say calm your nerves in some sense, okay? That kind of stuff. And maybe letting out, I don't know, letting out like some type of feeling or emotion or something about that, okay? I wonder if there's even something about like, you know what, plan something or start planning something, but like use your creativity or allow yourself to like, yeah, use your intuition, use your creativity, that kind of stuff to like get in the flow with something, all right? That's what I'm feeling. This feels like, I don't know what this feels like. Let's get another card for this Queen of Cups here and this Two of Wands. Maybe please have more information on the solution here. The Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. So yeah, there is definitely like conflict that or competition, rivalry, something about that, okay? That kind of stuff. Maybe a little bit of chaos, maybe a lot bit of chaos, okay? That kind of stuff. Maybe something's loud as well, okay? That could be it, or that could be part of whatever this is. Okay, yeah, so I do think that the solution here is to maybe to plan some time for yourself to maybe do something just for you, you know what I'm saying? Or venting about something so that it doesn't come out to the wrong person or the wrong channel, the wrong platform, or the wrong person, you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff, okay? I understand something regarding that. I think also this maybe is even a recognition of possibly somebody or yourself, whatever it is, that maybe like actually needs a little bit of like help or motivation, or is maybe, I don't know, feeling like maybe not so wonderful about themselves. I wonder if the solution there is to be like, hey, let's like really focus on the stuff that is like friggin' awesome, that kind of stuff, and maybe kind of like trying to like turn off like any like really inner critic or anything that you're hyper focusing on something that you don't like about yourself, or you know, focusing on the reasons why you're feeling like, oh, I'm not wanted there. I'm gonna have to like, you know, have some like amazing strategy to like show up to this thing, or it's going to take like, you know, a million hours of planning or whatever it is to be able to like have a win or be victorious or receive like a particular amount of attention, or you know, or even feeling like somebody doesn't want to show up for you, maybe, okay? That kind of stuff. That could also be something here. All right, this was another really short reading. Sorry, Libras was so short. The air sign readings, super short today. So, all right, let's see what's going on. That is the exact card I just pulled for the last sign. What the heck? Okay, so you guys, you guys have leaves, renew. I'm going to pull another card because I'm like, that was weird. Leaves, renewal, revival, and progress. Unless this is like that's what it is. Like you've been maybe like confirmed twice now on this. That could, I don't know, that could be part of whatever is going on. But I just told Gemini, I read for, it was either Gemini or Libra who got this card, but they were talking about like listening to your intuition, that kind of stuff, okay? Queen of Cups definitely needs to listen to her intuition, and is also extremely psychic, intuitive, that kind of stuff, very tapped in, all right? So there's something about that, maybe trusting your intuition, but I also understand a level of like, maybe like pushing yourself to, I don't know, pushing yourself in some sense, because it almost feels like the Seven of Swords should be out here, because it feels like you are feeling like an imposter in your own situation here, when that just, I don't think you should be feeling that way at all, okay? I don't think that at all. Maybe you've been waiting for freaking validation for so long that you've like gaslit yourself into thinking like, never mind, I must be nothing. All right, so you have Basil. 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 Well, it says basil, but okay. Prosperity, luck, and love. Well, that's freaking awesome. Prosperity, luck, and love. So yeah, it feels like, again, it's like you're like scared to like show up to something, or you're like, I don't know, feeling like you're gonna have to explain your way out of something, or that you're not sure how you're going to be received or whatever the heck it is there. It's like you have love around you, that kind of stuff. Okay. Absolutely. And, was it this reading that the Wheel of Fortune came flying out in the beginning? I can't remember, but it might have been. But that's interesting because this basil card here, it says like luck and love. All right. I also want to say there might be something that's like a natural element of something, or there's something that you could be doing that's like, I want to say like not toxic, but like more of like a natural something. Okay. That kind of stuff. I'm understanding that as well. I will say you guys have these little ladybugs on this card here. I always think of those as protection. I love ladybugs, absolutely love them. So I always think of that. I actually always think of that as like ancestral protection or something like that. So that might also be something. All right, sorry, really short reading. That's what I have for you guys, Aquarius. I hope this reading was helpful and made sense, all that kind of stuff. If not, you could check your other placements, and I'll see you guys back for your next one. Thank you. Bye.